So today we have a bit more progress on the date run that I'm definitely not doing. So these are two veiled head sovereigns, and I believe I now have all the dates of those. I've got 3 on the left there, 2, 4, 5 on the top, so that's 10. And I'm not sure if maybe 1 or 2 are duplicates, but that's what we got. So just something to think about when you are doing the date run that I'm definitely not doing is that the 1800s, like later on, there were some quite busy years. So some of the years you could get a veil head and a jubilee head of the same year, I believe. So I'll just have to check whether I actually have all the dates or not. I do have a run through of the dates from 1875 almost through to the present day. I'm missing about 10 at the moment, maybe 12. So I've definitely got the dates, but maybe I need 2 of one date, for example, like perhaps in 1893 or whatever, you have to get both of the heads. So I'll have a look. You'll see out on display today we have a few of my Victoria sovereigns as well. So we've got 1895 and 1898 there. So these are today's two. The 1895 looks to have an M for Melbourne Mint. Is that? Can't quite see. Let me just have a closer look. Yeah, and then the 1898, I don't think there's any mint mark on there. So just bullion coins, you know, nothing groundbreaking, fair price. You know, not looking at too much wear. They look okay, but again, you know, not looking for like collectible premium, you know, proof coins or anything like that. So just nice enough examples. You can see the details. No major wear, no major sort of dents and dings. A bit grubby on there, but nothing too bad. So I'd rather have a slightly grubby coin than one that's been polished and cleaned. So there are some, like I say, other Victorias in the back there. We'll just take a look and see, you know, what kind of condition we've ended up with. These look fairly similar. Like again, you can see the hair there. Whereas this one, it's a bit smoother. It's not really the high point though. If you look at the back of the veil, you see the line there, whereas here it's almost smoothed. So this is definitely a more worn example. This is 1893. So you can see this side's not too bad. There's a bit of wear here on the Georgian Dragon, and it does just look a bit worn on the higher points of the horse there, but it's not too bad. You know, it's like I say, just bullion coin. And it looks okay, so you can see the difference. There's not much wear at all here around the dragon's belly compared to this one, but you definitely see much worse. So yeah, if you go into your favourite image search and just have a look for the certain date, you know, you'll see various examples from various dealers, and obviously yeah, in various conditions. So I'll keep picking these up when they're at a good price. In terms of Victorias, I'd say that the most popular portrait, if you like, is, I'd say, a clear, far and away, the young head, which is what you can see here. These are probably the least favourite, I would say, just from, you know, general consensus. But let me know what you think. Are these, you know, are these your favourite? Do you like these more than the Jubilee? Do you like them more than the other portraits? Have I got? There we go. That was a Jubilee. So yeah, you know, the Jubilee head. I quite like the Jubilee portrait. I definitely prefer it to the old head, but yeah, I would go with the sort of majority and say the young Victorias are my favourite. So yeah, that's a couple more sovereigns to the stack. The two, like I say, 2 veil heads today. I've got some more young heads on the way. I'm always just keeping my eye out for shields and just, you know, well-priced bullion sovereigns. So we'll see what comes up. Also, there is obviously the newer sovereigns. So when you're looking at some of these on dealers' websites, they will price them quite high if you are choosing dates. So if you want to buy a specific date with, you know, most online dealers, it's going to cost you a lot more. You could try, you know, when you've got like your order form, if you're just buying a best value sovereign, you could sort of put a little note in just saying, you know, pretty please give me a young Victoria, and you know, you might get that, but I would say that, you know, most likely they're very nice examples of Victorias. They would perhaps pick out and sell them at a little bit more premium. You know, if you just get like basic bullion, you know, normal condition, nothing too special, nothing too worn, you know, you don't see as many of them in best value, but it totally depends on the dealer. So a few years ago, I was offered a tube of Young Victorias, you know, Georgian the Dragon. It was probably 2020, and at the time, you know, they were, I can't remember the exact numbers, but I remember it being around about £8,500 or £8,000 or so. So it was roughly, you know, if I was going to buy basic bullion sovereigns, I think they were like £10 or £15 more, maybe about £5 more, but they were, you know, they were a decent little bit more than the basic bullion sovereigns at the time. And I didn't really want to outlay, you know, a whole tube in one go. So I was a bit newer to stacking. I didn't really know what I was stacking. I was just kind of finding my feet and picking up, you know, various pieces. Offered the same deal now. Obviously, I would rip their arm off because that was like below the current spot price, I think. So, you know, now obviously I would take the deal. But if it was a, you know, the same kind of deal, paying sort of £5-10 over for quality young heads, I probably would have to take them, to be honest. You know, I don't think I could turn it down. So, yeah, if you are, you know, shopping at dealers with the best value, you just look of the draw. You could get anything. You know, you might get some really nice ones. They might not be super good. I did buy some before Christmas and picked two up. One that came was a shield. The other one was, you know, just a Georgian Dragon Victoria. But they were like a best value Victoria sovereign. So I knew I was buying a Victoria young head, but I didn't know the dates or anything. So those are sometimes options. In the past, I did quite well on Hatton Garden Metals. They used to do, well, they probably still do, just haven't just noticed any for sale recently. But they did, like, you know, you could choose specific portraits. So there was Gillick sovereigns that were like better than bullion condition on their website. And so I knew I was getting Gillicks. I didn't know what the dates would be, but, you know, I got to choose the portrait. But like I say, some dealers, it does cost a lot more to do that. And it just, in my opinion, I wouldn't do that. I would just stick to the best value and, you know, take the look of the draw. But yeah, if you are collecting, or if you do have a, you know, perhaps you're just trying to get one of each monarch or something like that, then yeah, maybe it is worth paying that a little bit more for the one time for you. So like I say, that's the great thing. There's a lot of different things to collect, a lot of different things to stack, and there's something for everyone. So I'll see you on the next video.